clicked on this, but regardless, hello.
Let's begin, shall we?
Hello there. Welcome in. Let's get started with our movie puzzle. See if we can solve it this time without having to look anything up. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Start. This one looks kind of familiar. Mission Impossible. Is this one Emilio Estevez? Nope. Moneyball. This will be Chris Pratt. HRIS. I feel like we've had this puzzle before, but I can't prove it yet. Licorice Pizza. Oh yeah, because that was Sean Penn. French Dispatch. Oh man, these all the clues sound familiar. I just can't pull them. I think that's right. One of those Y's might be an I though. A 2000 in Chicago, so it's gonna be Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've had this one before. I just can't remember some of these clues. Major! Hi, hello. How's your week going so far? Week has been good, just got done with dinner. Nice. What did you have for dinner? Pasta with ground turkey and Calabrian chili. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds really good. Wait, is this something like that? Yeah, that's what it was. Sienna. Yeah, we've had this one before. Alright, yeah, I forgot. Vanessa Redgrave is in Mission Impossible, okay. Owen Wilson for the French Dispatch. Martin Sheen. Ah! See, this is the thing I think I said last time because I was thinking Mission Impossible, Emilio Estevez was in it, I think. And yeah, Martin Sheen's his dad, so those two are connected. And then Tilda Swinton and Angelina Jolie. Rad! Yes, you are the first non-major in chat. A rare Vel sighting. Hi, buddy. Hello. How you doing? Major wellness check. Major, how are you? How are you doing? You're hanging in there like the cat on the poster? Hola, Vel. How are you doing? Yep, just like that. Exactly like that. Yeah. Yeah. So because we've had this one before, we're gonna do fill the grid as well. This might be a mistake. Getting sleepy. Yeah, everything's been going pretty well. I hope everything's been going well with you as well. If you gotta hop off and get some sleep, I appreciate you stopping by. Major with the 50 stream streak. Alright, so that'll be Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday. So next Thursday will be the 54th stream. Yeah, Major, you're definitely my biggest fan in a non-creepy way. Yeah, I think all these is just Willem Dafoe. You guys started talking about creepy stuff, and now Willem Dafoe is like the only guess in all of these. Oh, it wasn't Willem Dafoe for that one. Okay. Has he won an Oscar? I don't remember if Willem Dafoe's won an Oscar or not. I feel like he probably has. One way to find out. Ooh, he has not. Yeah, they messed up the name for this one. It was just supposed to be the French Dispatch. I believe it is going to be Ralph Fiennes. Whoa, Ray Fiennes hasn't won one either? I'm struggling with this. Okay. Frances McDormand. You know exactly 0 of these. Yeah, sometimes, most of the time, the movies are not quite this obscure. But yeah, they definitely have a theme here because they win 3 Wes Anderson movies. So I actually think Frances McDormand might be the Oscar winner for all of these. Oh, she was not in the Grand Budapest Hotel. It's okay. So who from Lady Bird would have been in Moonrise Kingdom? I don't think Saoirse Ronan was in Grand Budapest Hotel. I think she was just in French Dispatch, but I could be wrong on that. And then was Timothy Chalamet in Grand Budapest Hotel? No, he was not. Okay. Yeah, and I don't remember if I've actually seen Last Temptation of Christ or not, but I just know Willem Dafoe plays Jesus in it, and it's quite divisive. But I don't know much of the other cast. Oh, Harvey Keitel? Yeah. It's a Martin Scorsese movie. It's gotta have Harvey Keitel in it. Is he gonna be the answer for this? No! We're 0 for 3. Alright, we got 4 guesses left. Who the hell was in Lady Bird and these other movies? Because like I said, I think Saoirse Ronan was only in The French Dispatch. And then you have Laurie Metcalf played her mom. Timothy Chalamet played the super cool guy. Yeah, good call, Major. Um, yeah, Timothy Chalamet plays the cool kid at school. Lucas Hedges plays the uh, other dorky guy that she has a crush on. Uh, what's her name? Jonah Hill's sister plays her best friend in it. Did someone well known play like a teacher that I'm just blanking on? Has the guy that plays Gabriel from Constantine in it, I think? I thought Tilda Swinton. Yeah, Tilda Swinton played Gabriel, right? Yeah, and she's in most of those. Mariners, hi, hello, how you doing? Naughty Dog, hi, hello, how you doing? Yeah, Vel. Tilda Swinton is in most of Wes Anderson's movies. So, yeah. I believe she was in both of them, but I don't think she was in Lady Bird. I am doing alright, Mariners. We're just trying to finish up this puzzle. All right. Okay, so Lucas Hedges was in Moonrise Kingdom. Okay. I knew he was in Lady Bird. I just didn't know if he was in one of the others. Larry Bird? No, not Larry Bird. Lady Bird. And then was Saoirse Ronan in Grand Budapest? Oh. S-O-R. What? Why can I not spell her name? S-A. Oh, it's S-A. Hey, okay, she was. Alright, we had a couple guesses go awry, but we ended up getting there with one guess to spare. I think the answer is Major Whiskey. Major was in Lady Bird in the Grand Budapest Hotel? That's impressive. Major has quite the filmography she's building. Lots of people were in both those films. I mean, individually, yes, but overlapping, I couldn't come up with any. Have you seen the trailer for the new war film, Pressure? I don't believe so. It's got uh, Brendan Fraser? Yeah. No, I have not seen a trailer for that yet. I'll add it to watch later. About a meteor. Oh. Oh, okay. Because it looked like Brendan Fraser played someone in the military. So Naughty Dog, I don't know that they were in Lady Bird as well. Unless I am forgetting a lot of stuff. Is that what you call weather? Okay. So Beanie Fieldstein is her name. I just forgot that. Okay, yeah, there's not any like buried names in there. Because I wondered if like there was someone who played a teacher or something I just wasn't thinking of. But yeah, it's really Saoirse Ronan, Laurie Metcalf, Tracy Letts, I forget. Lucas Hedges, Timothy Chalamet, and Benny Fieldstein are kind of the main names that they would draw from there. They're looking at the storm. Yeah, that's what you call meteorologists. They study storm patterns and the people on TV telling us the weather. And then he got super lucky with this one that like the two people I knew that were in Last Temptation were in all the vertical ones as well. Looks like Pressure is going to mention Exercise Tiger, which is something you don't hear about. Yeah, I do not know what that is. Is that a World War II operation. Because, like I said, I have not watched the trailer, so I only saw the thumbnail, and it just looked like Brendan Fraser was playing some sort of soldier, but I wasn't quite sure what. Okay, so the D-Day practice in Ireland, U-boats attacked vessels, killed 750 Americans. Dang. Alright, so last time we started off with Helene on the pier. Bryn appears to her, tells her to come find her at the Stardust. Helene doesn't know what that is, so she goes back to the Dianic Witch outpost. She still doesn't know what the Stardust is, neither does Emiko. Calixta gets in, makes a sex joke that's probably not going to stick around, and then we go tonight with Helene sleeping, and she hears the television on, so she is going to investigate it. And so, yeah, I just kind of decided we wanted to have a little bit of a creepy moment, or creepy sequence, um, where Helene is told what the Stardust is. Um, I did some searching, but I wasn't able to find exactly what old movie I want to pull the text from, so we're just going to leave the old stuff here for now. The one that I had kind of in mind, but reading it, it didn't quite fit, was Psycho, when the private investigator goes to talk to Norman Bates, trying to figure out where Marion Crane is. I thought that might work, but the dialogue is a little too specific to that movie that I don't think it quite fits what I want it to be. Toy Story. Use that. Um, this sequence is happening in the 1960s, so yeah, that's a no, dog. Um, but I did do some more searching before, and there's a couple. There's actually a website that you can type in stuff, and they will go through and find clips that has that in the dialogue. So going through some of that stuff, and I also want a movie that like has some sort of connection that I want to draw as well. So Polar Express, still not from the 60s. Alright, so Helene reaches the corner, appears around to find no one. It's just static playing over the television, and then she steps into the living room. More like Uncanny Valley Express. That is also true. Yeah, I saw the trailers for that movie, and I was like, no thank you. That's, nah, not for me. You have no idea what that. Okay. The uncanny valley is a term given to um, computer-generated images of people where the eyes don't look right, and so it's referred to as the uncanny valley. There's probably a better definition of it, but that's what I have always held. Psychological phenomenon where humanoid objects, robot CGI dolls that appear almost but not quite human, elicit feelings of eeriness, revulsion, or unease to observers. So, because the Polar Express was all CG and it was meant to be humans, um, because they feel just a little bit off, it gives the viewer a feeling of unease. Yeah. Things that look human but cause unease. Yeah. So that's the reference he was making to that movie. You like the theory that the uncanny valley evolved as a defense mechanism to make people want to stay away from dead or deceased bodies? First of all, CGI movie? Yeah, Toy Story and Polar Express both are. Is that gonna ruin Polar Express? I think Polar Express ruins Polar Express. It's over the surrounding couches. I don't have the words to Polar Express House that I your hatred of that. I don't hate the movie because I've never seen the movie because I think it looks bad. First movie with CGI character was one of my favorite films as a kid, Young Sherlock Holmes. That sounds familiar. Young Sherlock. Yeah, I'm guessing not the one from this year. 1985. Barry Levinson directed. Chris Columbus wrote it. Interesting. Looks very British. Interesting. No, Mariners? No. They're all empty. Okay. What year's the Vegas section? I just put 1960s. So I can kind of fudge it a little bit earlier or later in the decade. Um, yeah, so it's any time in the 60s. Thanks for volunteering to help me make a website for both Yoon and Live for free. That's funny, Mariners. uh, lies, lies, and slander. If you haven't happened before in 1962, they can watch an above-ground nuclear test from the top of the Vegas hotel. Maybe a great nod. Science is magic. What? Huh. Nineteen 1962. Vegas above nuclear test. 1962, U.S. conducted its final above-ground nuclear test in Nevada, concluding an era of atmospheric testing. Key events include Little Feller 1 on July 17, 1962, the final atomic blast, and Sedan cratering test on July 6. What? Um, Mariners? No, that's not okay with me. You will be hearing from my lawyer. What the? Really? People would just stand out in the desert. This looks fake. This picture looks fake. This looks so fake. There's no way this is real. Okay, yeah, the photo here is an AI recreation. David Crockett nuke launcher. It's basically a nuke bazooka. Jesus. Oh. Yeah, we've gone uh, down quite a rabbit hole there. Mariners! Yoon! Didn't actually plagiarize. Yeah, I know you were joking, Mariners. You're good. Yeah, like it's an weird, interesting thing from America's history. I don't know that it quite fits in this, but yeah, it's something to think about. It's okay, Mariners. So do I. Um, movies, 1960s, set in Las Vegas. Okay, the Rat Pack films. Movies pre-1960. I've actually not seen like any of those. Right? Science is magic. It's a commentary. You'll win an Oscar. Uh, Casino was in the 90s, so yeah. You'll be able to pay chat. um, Meet Me in Las Vegas. American musical comedy. Yeah. Dark City is a good one. Godfather Part 2, Casino, Rain Man, Hangover, 2000, 98, 95, 88, 96, 96, 99, 2000, 2003, 97, 85, 07, 91, 08, 97, 71. Got a James Bond, 1971. Ocean's 11, no. Um, I was actually thinking of putting in an Elvis Presley singing Viva Las Vegas, but The Amazing Colossal Man. Alright, Dark City is a good one. I'm guessing not the one from 1988. The one from 1950, I would assume. Charlton Heston. Elizabeth Scott. Okay. I like this line, even though I have no idea the context. Don't you want to know what's going on in the world? What's going on in the world stinks. How does one write horror? Um, I don't know. Gotta have an idea. What is Jane Russell? Because I'm on community night with Yoon and want to showcase a horror short story idea. I don't know. Write about what scares you. Attack of the 50-foot cheese. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the medium is obviously different between screenplay and short stories, so it's going to be kind of a different approach. And it also depends on kind of what kind of horror you're going for. Because, like, if it's supernatural horror or something like that, you're probably going to have more jump scares. Um, like, you could have a comedy horror, you could have gothic horror. Like, it really just depends. But I tend to like horror movies that have a good um, what's the word I'm looking for? A tone that like just makes you kind of feel trapped and uneasy, and I try to maintain that when I'm writing horror stuff. Yeah, yeah, definitely figure out the type of horror that you want to explore, and then you can look up more examples of stuff like that and get an idea of what works for you and what doesn't. All right, I'm gonna have to research this stuff off stream probably. One story already written, which is comedy. Just need another showcase. Isolation, claustrophobia. Yeah. Um. All right, I'm just gonna write a bunch of placeholder stuff, I think. I'm claustrophobic, Darren. If anyone gets that reference, I do not. No one watches British show. Yeah, that is also true. Something, something, something. Woman. Something, something, something. Riveting dialogue, I know. It's coming along good. Pretty much scrapping the original line as I wrote. No. Yeah, Major, I saw that. I just would have finished the second one. Thank you, though. Oh. Oh, okay. Hope so. Just first draft. I think I need a better 15th page. Citing incident. The opening is completely changed too. Yeah, I might have sent you some more stuff, Naughty Dog, on changing the first part if you want them. If not, feel free to completely ignore it. It is fine. Have a character stand on a Lego. No, not what I meant to do. We haven't closed tab. Okay. What the? Because they would they have remotes? When were TV remotes? And sure. TV remotes were invented in 1950 with the Lazy Bone remote by Zenith. Okay, so 1956 was kind of when it became standardized. Mariners, I do not think you understand the concept of this is in the 1960s. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so she'll, it's fine, it's good. We'll make it work. uh, Alright, so we'll have that. Okay, this works better because it kind of does what we've done with a couple different things in here with kind of the rule of three. So she comes into the room, there's something playing, she hits the remote, it doesn't turn it off, it just changes the channel to something else. Then she goes to turn it off on the actual TV and it switches to something else. And then it will turn off on its own at the end. Yeah. I don't know if I actually said what I meant, but it makes sense in my head. For whatever that's worth. On its own, to make it clear that it wasn't her with the remote doing it. Let's see. 2. Dealer deals cards to a pair of men sitting at the poker table at a casino. That's in. And 2. And 3. Notice it changed. Mookie! Hi, hello. How you doing? How's your week going so far? Sorry. I just heard my phone buzz. I looked over and I saw a message that made me laugh. Doing well, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes messages with no context when you just see them pop up on your screen. I wasn't going to call you out, Major, but yes, I appreciate your professionalism during streams. Show it on stream, show the number, show your... What? No. No, Major's not causing issues. It was just one of those things I just happened to hear the alert come through and glance over just to see part of a message that I'm sure will make more sense in context, but with no context, very funny. And ooh, just got it in. For those wondering, the message was in all caps. His Whittlefoots. Yeah, yeah, that is indeed what I saw on my phone pop up. Mariners, here's a pro tip. Even though I'm not a pro, probably shouldn't be giving tips. It's fine, whatever. When writing horror, um, if the character experiencing the horror thinks they are through it or past it, you can bring them back into it to make it even more scary. I say this as I'm literally writing it, because like we have Helene going into the situation. She's trying to turn off the TV. It's not turning off. She doesn't quite know what's happening, and then she turns it off. So she's gonna be like, okay, whatever that was, it was weird, but it's done. She's gonna start walking away, and then the TV's gonna turn back on again. And so when she thinks she's out of the weirdness, bringing it back will just make the impact even more impactful. Because that's what the impact needs to do. It's another word for like to ease, to not a noun. We want a verb to make more bearable. Nurse is a good one. Yeah, I guess just like relieved. Oh, is the mouse scroll a little too erratic? Oh, ASMR mouse scroll. Here, do you want it very close to the mic so you can actually hear it better? I don't know if you can actually hear it better. That might be too much. Sorry. Sounds like a pro mouse. I don't know. It's a Logitech something something something. Logitech professional gaming mouse for when you are crushing it in CSG. I don't even know what that is. The something 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 line is the best. Yep, threes are funny. Yeah, I want them to be actual lines from actual movies, but I don't know how uh, interesting that is to do on stream, so it might be something I try to find off stream. Call of Duty player. I've never played a Call of Duty game. All COD is the same. Yeah, probably. Da da da. Alarmed. Shocked. Spooked. I want it more of like a startled. Well, actually, COG changes a lot of things with each new game. Like, nope, got nothing. Taking it back. Yeah, I have taken it back used right up here, so I don't want to use it again so soon after. I think I used startled as well. Yeah. So I guess we could switch this to disconcerted. And then down here we'll say she's startled. Because that would be more of a startling thing for the TV to snap back on. All right. Maybe the TV switches back on because the Alexa. Yes, the Alexa is broken. That's why it switched back on. All right. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll throw up some words on stream for whoever would like to participate. Letters will come up. Use those letters to make words, and I don't know. All right. I'll be back. Be good. Have fun. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm back.
Well, done team. I helped. Major with the hard carry, Naughty Dog, Mookie, Mariners. Amazing job, everyone. Yeah, me and Mariners were here for emotional support. And then I did see a redeem from Yunsu. Where is that at? For puzzle time. So I'm going to take a wild guess he wants to do Redactyl because he did not stream today. We can do the daily, and then I have a challenge I can do from a movie I watched last night. So we will do that. Alright, there is the Redactyl for anyone who would like to participate. Oh yeah, and we can take off words on stream so you can actually see the Redactyl. And I don't know what the daily one is, so I can maybe help. Okay, so it's some sort of process. Oh, wow. GG's little butterfly. Cloning. The answer was cloning. Alright. Like I said, I have one I can do. Who was the butterfly? Was that you, Major? Mariners. Well done. New game, custom article. Da 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 da. This thing goes there. What? It's saying invalid article? Lies. Alright, maybe we might not be doing a author's challenge. Where is the Wikipedia ID? I'm guessing at the bottom? Oh, this was going to be a good one too. I don't know, I'm pasting the name of the Wikipedia article and it's saying nah, so I'm gonna have to think of something else. Un moment. Okay, let's see if this works. Alright. Team up. Alright. There you go. You got another redactyl to do. Sorry, Major, it's not Henry Cavill. What did I miss? Thought it was multiplying or something. Then I saw 7 letters. Machines helped, even though I had 1 mention. How about we type in chat, then you mentally see how many times the words appear and tell us. No, like, it was saying invalid Wikipedia article. So, like, there must have been something wrong with the URL. Hard pass, but you can only count to 69. Hey, yo. Then, if you all want a hint, let me know. I don't know, try to think of something to help. Let's see, yeah, no, nothing to do with cinematography. Fortunately, no Brie in here. No photography, no camera, no film. Davey's unofficial son. Hi, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Major is requesting a hint. It is something that was talked about in stream uh, during a story that I told. You doing well? Nice. I am also doing well. Yes, and I picked this just to hopefully make Mariners laugh. There we go. It is muscle memory. Yeah, when the initial one I wanted to use didn't work, I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? And I remembered I was gonna do that one at some point, just to as a joke for Mariners. So glad I was able to remember. Oh, the initial one. I'll bring up the Wikipedia article so you can see it. So it was the kind of the topic of the movie that I watched last night. Um, it's called Pascal's Wager. He contends that a rational person should adopt a lifestyle consistent with the existence of God and should strive to believe in God. The reasoning involves potential outcomes. If God does not exist, then you incur only finite losses with minimal sacrifices. If God does exist, then you stand to gain immeasurably. So, yeah, the movie I watched last night was all about this and people talking philosophy back and forth. So, I thought it was at least an interesting idea. Interesting, I'll have to research it further. I'd never have guessed. Yeah, like, I don't think I really ever heard of it before, but like it's kind of has some philosophy, some religion. Pascal was a mathematician, so um, I was curious if anyone would have figured it out. I think more people would probably know about Pascal's triangle, which is a mathematic equation. But yeah, I completely disagree with his wager, but we don't need to get into all that unless you want to. Or we can get back to trying to do some writing now that we've. I like doing the puzzles, but they take a lot of time. Alright, so relieves Feline stands, turns, start back towards the corridor, then the TV snaps back on, illuminating the room. Startled, she turns to find on the screen the Las Vegas Strip. Um, Looking for a scrape from... Gonna try and get some sleep. Thanks for your help. Yeah, of course, Mariners. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Hope you're able to make some progress on your horror story after you get some sleep. What is this week's meal prep dish? This week I did barbecue chicken rice bowl. So cook some barbecue chicken, cut it up, put it in with some rice, peas, sweet potatoes, cheese, and some more barbecue sauce. It is good. I like it. Sounds filling. Yeah, it is filling, but I keep the portions like a size that I know I need it to be. I need to get more strict about my diet because I've been getting kind of off it, but I basically at one point figured out how many calories I wanted to have in a particular day, and then went through everything I eat on a regular basis, subtracted that out, and then whatever was left over was kind of the amount I would have in the basically one meal I have in a day. And so I always try to hit that range whenever I'm cooking. So it's filling, but it's good. And it hits the right amount of calories that I need. Are there allowances for birthday cake at a birthday party or a hot dog at a baseball game? Not really, just because, like, I am very regular with what I eat, and I don't usually stray too much from it. Um, but like if I'm going on vacation or something, I usually press pause on it, so to speak, and just kind of just play it by ear. Um, what I want to eat while I'm on vacation. Then once I get back usually on it. So, is this your way of saying you are never invited to parties? I don't. Even if I was invited to parties, I probably wouldn't go to them because I don't like parties. Or you come to Wisconsin and get force-fed maggot. Yeah. Yeah, like when I went up to Major's wedding, like I just kind of ate whatever was there, didn't think too much about it, and yeah. Oh, Mookie, you must not have been here last time we talked about it. Yeah, about a year and a half. Meh. Anemones. Really enjoying being MKE. Lived up in Appleton. Yeah. It seems like Milwaukee's got the highest number of bars per capita. There's like one bar per one people. Oh, Mookie, I'm sure Major is well aware of that. Major is the ultimate gifter. She is always on. At least in my experience, Major has always been well on top of the gift giving and knowing what goes with what. Good to know we're moving during our first. Ooh, surprised. Um. Okay. Been knitting my now husband's scarf for like 3 years. Major, is that the Doctor Who one, or is that something else? That would be super fancy. Okay, it is the Doctor Who one. Found the instruction on BBC. Nice. Yeah, we'll go with registering. I like that. Okay. Think we've gotten through that. Trallion, hi, hello. Thanks for stopping by and lurking. Hope you are having a good start to your week. For the potential raid, Author Chrissy's live. Not sure if anyone else is on. Okay. Which is Outpost. Morning. Um, yeah, right now at least, Author Chrissy is the only person I follow who is currently live. Okay. Indy. Major. Are you glad you didn't do this? uh. I don't know. I never wear a belt, so I don't know. Um, no, no suspenders, no belt, just trust my pants aren't gonna fall down on me. Yeah, just get well-fitting pants. Um, wear suspenders and a belt so people think you're paranoid. So, I think I've talked about, I'm going through chronologically a bunch of movies from 1001 Movies See Before You Die, and I just got through 1968, so I'm on to 1969. Nice. And one of the best movies to ever come out in 1968 is called Once Upon a Time in the West, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. In the movie, there's actually a character who wears suspenders and a belt, and um, he's kind of a small character, a side character that gives information to the big bad, and he ends up leading the main character to the big bad, and so the big bad gets mad at him, and he ends up throwing him out of the train car. The guy gets up, and then before he can respond, Frank, the big bad, is like, um, can't trust a man who wears suspenders and a belt. Can't even trust his own pants to stay up. Something like that. And he ends up shooting off each side of the suspenders and the belt to kill the guy. One of my favorite films and my second fave Western. Ooh, what's your favorite? Once Upon a Time in the West. They Call Me... I have not seen that. I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, so the character's name is Wobbles, who wears the suspenders and belt. And he's like, Frank, you know you can trust me. And Frank's just like, Wobbles, how can you trust a man that wears both a belt and suspenders? Man can't even trust his own pants. And then shoots him. Also, just fucking great movie. They Call Me Trinity. Interesting. Yeah, I've not heard of this, but oh, it's on Tubi, so I can watch it. Drifter comes to town where his brother is sheriff. His brother is actually a robber who broke the real sheriff's leg and left him for dead and became sheriff in order to hide out. Interesting. You team up against a local land baron who's trying to get rid of Mormon settlers in a valley he wishes to own. Thought you were talking about the Seth Parliament. What is that? Like A Million Ways to Die in the West? Yeah, I'll have to add this to my watch list. Huh. Nope. You didn't say the stage directions. Um, I remember the Star It story. I've not heard of that. Arrett. Is it the Scarlet story? No. I do not know. I don't know, Mookie. Um, um, um. Clean ears. Comforting. Nope, 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 nope. Not writing that. Is there another way of saying, I'll be back in a couple days, I'll be back before you know it, something like that, that hasn't been used a million times already? Question mark. Back before you know it. Yeah. Um, Since she has finished 1968, was Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead was probably on there. I had seen that one before. Like I said, horror movies are not really my thing. I kind of appreciated it as being kind of the first um, kind of modern zombie movie, but not really my jam. The Mojave Desert. Exterior Highway, Mojave Desert. Day. Meep. Oh, IBLE. First horror movie that I saw as a kid. Love the mythology that sprung up around that movie. People always saying George Romero cast Dwayne Jones because he wanted to make a commentary on being black in the 60s, when in reality, Jones was the best actor Romero knew. It worked for cheap. Nice. Western you're thinking of is Day of the Outlaw. Oh, Robert Ryan. Huh. I don't think I've seen this one. Blaze Starrett. Okay, I see. That's Starrett's the guy's name. He's a rancher at odds with homesteaders and outlaws. Hold up a small town, all diagnosed with a fatal wound. And the town is powder keg waiting below. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to give it a watch. Yeah, so with my watch list, I have, I think, 3 or 4 more movies, and then I'll finish out the 60s, and then I'm going to actually pause and catch up on a couple TV shows. And then I will pick back up. Have I seen... I know I've seen the remake of 310 to Yuma. I think I've seen the original, but it's probably been a while. Fiddlesticks, fall asleep, need to take my oddballs out and head to bed. Alright, Major. Yeah, I should be wrapping up already, but yeah, I will be soon. But I appreciate you. Go get some sleep, and yeah, talk with you tomorrow. Okay, yes, I have seen the original 310 to Yuma. It is just, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, like with most things, I like the original better than the remake. So, yeah, I'll have to add those two to my watch list when I eventually get around to it. Okay. Actually, yeah, that is actually a good place for us to leave it. So, Helene figured out what Stardust is. She tells Emiko she's going. Emiko's staying. And then she's on her way to Las Vegas. So we started there. Oh. Oh, wow. Our word count was higher than I thought it would be. We were at 550. But, yeah. This is where we'd be calling it for the night. So, let's see. Let's make sure. Yeah, Author Christie's still going. So we will go right over there. I have a love-hate relationship with watching old movies. Afraid the cool line will stick with me and come out on the page or script. Yeah. Yeah, there are lines from movies I like that I tend to use, but they are usually not the most popular lines from the movie. They're just kind of the ones that stick in my head and I like to use when I from time to time when it fits. So it happens. You just have to make sure, don't copy the great lines and be aware when you are using them that you don't overuse them. So yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by, hanging out, chatting, lurking, all the stuff, all the things. I will be back on Thursday to pick up with Helene going to confront Bryn in Las Vegas. And then, yeah, stuff and things after that. So, yeah, that's all I got. no collabs coming up that I'm aware of or stuff like that. Um, yeah. Have a good week, everyone, and I will see you next time.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want, live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you, and see you around.